Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page. Now it's off to the show. Take it away, nerds.
Alrighty, everyone, welcome here to Daytona for tonight's coverage of Pony Express Nascar for Amateurs Truck Series presented by Burgert Farms at Daytona. Here tonight, gonna get some plate racing in the booth. As always, it's Matt, and over here from the world famous Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, AJ the Man Capola.
Wow, another awesome intro, Matt. I like that one. World famous. Not quite there yet, but hopefully there soon. What's going on, dude? How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Can't complain at all. We really like these Pony Express guys, so now we're jumping on the Friday bandwagon to watch them do trucks.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night here at Daytona. Of course, 2 races left in the season, AJ. Here tonight as we get ready to see how this plays out here tonight for 80 laps, 50% fuel load or 55% fuel load in these trucks. A little bit lower than we're accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, I think they're doing that so there's multiple pit stops, which is good because it can get a little crazy, it being Daytona. You know, everybody's spread out, and so having multiple pit stops will end up making the race a little more interesting and see who dives down with who. But since we're talking about all these trucks and everything, let's bring up the points, Matt.
Well, let's do it. Let's talk about the points, man. And boy,
it is really close.
It is going to be really, really, really close. You want to bring them through the details here, buddy?
Well, what I'm really staring at right now is everybody's within striking distance with one race. You have Zachary Nunberger in first at 82 points. He is the leader. Timothy in the 39 truck is sitting at 74, so he's -8. And then at -15 is Paul Skip. And for 4th and 5th, we have a tie for 4th, is Zachary Camella and Tyler Burgert.
Burgert right there. And, of course, that is one of our... Tyler doing a great job bringing Burgert Farms on to take care of this. And I know you've got your doc over there, buddy. So would you like to talk a little bit more about Burgert Farms?
Well, it's out there in Dayton, Ohio. So if you're in the area, it is owned by Tyler and his wife, Morgan. So go check them out. I'm actually Googling them as we speak.
Yeah, man. So
they own it.
Yeah, it's great to have partners like that on board, right, buddy?
Absolutely.
It's always
anytime
fun.
You can get somebody from a community.
Which, for you guys that don't know, I actually grew up on a farm as well, so I can kind of relate, believe it or not. Something nobody knows. So as we get ready to go, once again, Mackenzie Johnson and hey, Mackenzie, how are you doing? As we get ready to go, I wish I was able to make it, but couldn't. Hopefully I can make it all season. Yeah, that stinks. I wish you could have made it tonight as well. Here for this one. Going to be a fun night here in Daytona Beach. That is for sure. Well, what do you expect to see out of these trucks here tonight for 80 laps, AJ?
Well, what I expect is a lot of, if not side-by-side racing, a lot of line racing. You know, we didn't really see a truck race on a super speedway since I've been with the channel, but I'm really excited to see how aggressive these guys are going to be, even though it's a short 80-lap race.
Yeah, when you compare these trucks to the Cup car or the Xfinity car, Well, AJ, it's like this. Forget everything you've watched in the other races. These trucks punch such a massive hole in the air. It is virtually impossible to hold the lead more than a lap or two unless they just let you. It's going to be insane.
So what you're saying is we're going to see a lot of bunny hopping?
Bunny hopping, 5 wide, maybe 6 wide. Maybe we can fit 7 on it
Jesus
somehow.
Christ.
Who knows? We'll see. Guys, drivers that's listening to the broadcast, I do not advise going 5 wide on the first lap. That's probably not going to end well.
So with about 4 minutes left in qualifying, there's 2 cars yet to take a lap, the 66 of Sean Atkins and the 02 of Chad Waller. But right now, the 85 of Paul Skip is sitting in first place, P1 with a 52.036.
Yeah, and as far as that goes, that's going to be a bonus point. Now, as far as the race itself goes, honestly, Daytona and the trucks, you can start first, you can start last, you can start in the outer space and find your way to the front in these things. But another thing that's going to affect this, AJ, is a little bit smaller pack here tonight. We're going to have about 11 trucks, so a little bit smaller of a pack, a little bit easier to migrate your way through it.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is are we going to see them all line up and tackle laps like that, or are we going to see them side by side?
I don't know. I think the amount of trucks we got here tonight is going to kind of dictate that and get it done. Mackenzie saying stuck at work. I was strong in our testing for the series, but you'll get back at it. Don't worry too much. Keep your head up. You'll get back. Next.
Keep her going.
Yep.
But our points leader right now is actually sitting P9 with the slowest qualifying lap at the moment. It's qualifying at a super speedway. It doesn't mean a damn thing.
Exactly. That is what we were going to talk about. But let's do this. We've got 2 minutes. Everybody's off the track. So let's talk to our points or our pole sitter, Mr. Paul here. Hey, Mr. Paul, it's Matt and AJ in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Well, right now you're listed starting on the pole, man. I know it's Daytona. I know long term here that it helps, but it's not everything. But that is a bonus point. How does it feel being the first one there to get to the top of the board?
It feels pretty good. I'll be looking forward to the race. Daytona's more luck than anything, I think.
Yeah, it's about 89% luck and about 10% skill.
Amen.
And then about 1% of who knows what's going to happen. But, man, I tell you what, you did a good job getting the pole there, man, in that number 85 machine. Is the plan to keep it up there, or are you just going to let it ride?
Well, we'll try to stay out in front as long as we can. Hopefully, the real strategy is going to be trying to stop with other guys so we don't get hung out to dry. Yeah,
now, I do want to touch on that with you here. 55% fuel load, much lower than most leagues. Me personally, I ran in leagues that were around 70% fuel load. How big of a difference do you think that's going to make lap count-wise?
Well, I know when you're running on your own, you can only get about 16, 17 laps. Hopefully we could stretch it to 18 or 19. I think, the first fuel run, everybody's just going to kind of see what happens, and then everybody will have a good idea after that. So,
all righty, man. Well, Paul, best of luck, man. We're going to let you get back up there with the guys, and good luck to you here tonight, buddy.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. And there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about, AJ. You're talking sub 20 laps on a tank of fuel tonight.
Means we're really going to see a bunch of pit stops here.
Well, if you do the math, if you could do 20, 20, 60, and make it to 80, right? But if you can't even make it to 20, that's going to put you at 5 stops instead of 4. So maybe somebody can play the herky-jerky strategy and make it just a tad bit further and pull it off.
Yeah, but you better have people out there with you. You don't want to be the only person on the track. Even if you're going to make it an extra or 1 pit stop less, you're still screwed because you're going to be by yourself while everybody else is drafting.
And again, and we do want to see here. Thank you to Burgert Farms for coming on board. As always, let's get to our starting lineups, shall we, AJ?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Captain. Here we go. It's Paul Skip up there on the front row. Zach Purcell outside row number 2. It's going to be Scott there in 3rd. Timothy there in 4th. 5th is going to be Stephen C. Thompson and Dennis Crosby in 6th. And Dennis here tonight, he had said he wasn't going to make it, but pulled it together, got here. He'll start 6th. 7th is Dave right there in that P7 spot. Mark Dillon Jr. in 8th. Zachary Nurnberger there in 9th. Chad Whaler there in 10th. 11th is Mr. Atkins. That is your 11 trucks. 80 laps here at Daytona. And let's get ready to do it like they do it, man, and get this going here. This is going to be great. Daytona, as always, is going to be absolutely hectic. What's your thoughts here, AJ, as we get ready to fire this whole thing up, buddy?
I'm really excited to see trucks on a super speedway. We've seen both next gen, current gen, and Xfinity, so I'm really excited to see how these trucks tackle Daytona.
Now, I haven't talked to Mark about this yet, AJ, but coming up towards Thanksgiving, and I think we're going to have the night open to pull this off, they're actually bringing GT3s and GTEs here to Daytona as a special event.
As an oval or on the road course?
As an oval.
Oh, wow.
That is unique.
We are rolling.
They're going to roll, so I'm going to see what our schedule is looking like that particular day and see what we can do, because that would be really cool.
As long as they're not doing it on Turkey Day, I might be able to be there.
Yeah. I don't think it's on Turkey Day, so as we get ready to go here, everybody double file, ready to go racing here at Pony Express NASCAR for Amateur Truck Series, presented by Burgert Farms here at Daytona. And again, Turkey Day, dude, I don't do anything on Turkey Day. Here's my Turkey Day. I eat, I pass out. That's how it consists.
So, what's going on, everybody in the chat? Like what Matt said, you're watching the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series presented by Burgert Farms. I feel like we're butchering that every time, but they're out in Dayton, Ohio, and we are at the Daytona International Speedway. Matt, I'm really looking forward to this tonight. We're going to get one lap, and then we're going to send them green.
Yeah, exactly. We honestly are probably butchering it. We're trying really hard here not to butcher it, but if we are, we do apologize, and I'll get with them and see if we can get that clarified for us. So as we get ready to go racing here at Daytona, we're less than 1 to green as they come through turns 3 and 4. 80 big smackaroo laps here. We're going to get here at Daytona. AJ, I know you're excited. I'm all amped up, ready to go. Let's put these trucks in gear, get them rolling. This is the NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series, and we are green here at Daytona.
51 did not get a good launch there. He's going to let 3 trucks by before he really gets her going.
Yeah, exactly. But he'll hang on. When we get a yellow, I'm going to have to convert our ticker back over for him. Because I forgot we had him set the time for the off-road trucks, but we're 1 of 80 complete here tonight. As they continue to run here, but I'm an hour. Well, they had, an hour and something to get this thing in. 2 hours.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yes, they got plenty of time, and already 3 wide right now, AJ.
32 coming up the middle with a head of steams. That's our points leader, and he's battling for the lead right now. If he uses a side draft right, he might be able to stall him out and maybe pass that 35 or 85.
Yeah, if he does that, he can stall them out. Look at him already. See what I told you, AJ? I said it, right? I said that they're not going to stay single file long. Man, oh man, great battling up front here already, AJ.
From 9th to 2nd in 1 lap.
Wow.
Right now, no line as it has the help. The closest we have is the 85 and 50. Paul Skip and Scott Pruitt Burgert, sorry. I was looking at a different name at the same time.
Oh, you're fine. You see this pack all over each other. What are you seeing? I know it's really early, AJ, but it's interesting to me because this is your first truck race here in Daytona and Talladega. What are you seeing that's kind of shocking you compared to what we see in the other ones?
What's shocking me is that they're side by side, keeping their distance. What I mean by that is they're not trying to really aggressively side draft.
Right. Well, we won't see that long. Let me tell you, they will not.
Well, we've seen leagues in the past from the drop of the green flag. They're thinking they could win the race, and these guys, they're really showing, they know what they're doing. And the 32 got a shot from the 79 and is not clear yet, but here comes another run for the 85 with a heck of a push from Scott.
And see, this is the problem they've got, I feel like, AJ, is this place with this package, as much as you want to get single file and ride, we talked about that, right? With these trucks, and we talked about it earlier in the broadcast, it makes it very, very difficult to do that. You're almost half to kind of do what they're doing right now, in my opinion. And that is full bore, right?
Yeah, that 79, David was really squirrely in 1 and 2 right there. I don't know if that's the dirty air being behind the 32, but wow.
Yeah, and that's the thing. These trucks, you can get a little bit of dirty air going as they run because of the...
Well, that bottom line is really put together right there. They're not touching, but with the air, they're pushing the 85, and the 39 is pushing the 50 ahead of the 32.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is just the way you expect it to be, right? All the time. You just expect it. As they continue to run right now. And what a great race here at Daytona. I think this is going to be all night long, AJ, with the way they're stacked up.
I think we're going to see this the whole race.
Yeah.
We're 5 laps in. If it hasn't subsided by now, we're probably going to see this 90% of the night when they're not under caution.
Yes, we got you on wide angle view here while they continue to run right now. What a great... I love this wide angle. Yes, our overlays are nice, right, AJ? But it's so cool to get a wide angle like this on the drivers. Man, especially here at Daytona, because you could see pretty much this whole pack right now. On your screen, folks, is pretty much every truck on track. That's awesome. So do you think what do you think you're gonna do if you're one of these drivers, AJ, in the long run here? What do you want?
I don't know if this league has teams or if everybody's just, looking out for themselves, but I would try to group together and see who you're working well with, because pit stops are about 10 to 12 laps away already.
Yeah, we're getting to it in a hurry, like you said. So that's another thing that I think could possibly play a role. And we talked about that. We talked about, how the pit stops and whatnot, what that does to these, with the less fuel, if I could call it, would be great. But again, with the less fuel, that's going to make a huge difference in that aspect of everything.
32's got a heck of a run as we were about to go into turn 1, but that bottom line is really put together. You're going to see this 85 get way out in front here.
Yeah. And that bottom lane is doing great at the moment, in my opinion. At the bottom lane.
I was going to say, if that 39 can give that 50 a quick shot, he can be clear as well. I'd be really curious if we're going to see the 85 or 32. They're going to try to block both lanes here.
Yeah, but here's the problem, and I will tell you, when you go to try to block both lanes, AJ, it is a very, very difficult here. You usually, for a lack of better terms, have to stick to one or the other, right? Because you start moving around, you all of a sudden have a big issue.
I'd say unless you actually have a spotter, which Timothy is the only one with a person spotter in here. That is Dallas Sullivan of Florida, who is spotting for the 39 truck, Timothy Emmanuel.
Yeah, I think that helps, but I still don't know if I'd want to make that big move, that big block, right, that we talked about. That big block usually going to stack a ton of trucks up. And you know what's cool about tonight? And I kind of want to bring it up early on is this channel started with truck racing, AJ. This is the way this channel started, right? So for me to get back in the booth and call some more trucks is just amazing. And you remember what I loved about it so much is this right here, all over one another.
Yeah, no line is dominant right now.
Yeah, they are right there on top of one another as they run at the moment. But what would
first to 10th is within a half a second of each other.
Yeah. Now, I got a question for you once again, buddy, because this is fascinating me, because this is your first time, right? As you sit there and you look at all this going on, right? What do you think in your head? You're like, okay, if I was here, what would I do? In your head, you're like, well, this is insane. I don't know what you would do per se.
If I was leading the lane, I would try to get out in front. I would try to get out in front and stay out in front by pretty much anything means necessary without wrecking the vehicle.
Right.
Oh, we got a truck sideways.
No.
70 got bumped by the 24, got him sideways, and then clobbered the 20. Where is he?
Looks like. Where they?
Clobbered the 50 of Scott Herwitt.
Yeah, that.
I don't see a lot of damage on Scott's machine, so I think he might end up being okay. We are still green, people.
Yeah, I'm still on the lead pack because they are still rolling, buddy. They have not slowed down at all.
Not good. Not good for that 50 truck of Scott. He's lost the draft, and he's got slight damage on the right-handed side.
And now with no caution right now, they're going to have to figure it out because, again, you're not going to get that catch-up break that we talked about, right? You're not gonna...
No, and I can understand why iRacing didn't throw a caution. He was well out of the lane.
Right.
But what unfortunate. You know, if this was actual NASCAR, that caution would have come out the minute that 79 clipped him and sent him spinning. But look at the damage on the left rear of that 79.
He's got severe damage.
Being in the pack, I don't see it hurting him very much. But if he were to get out front, I think he's going to have a lot of aero issues.
Not good, Cap, as we're back here at Daytona after a small incident early. And we'll bring you back into the overlay here. As you can see, with 69 to go here tonight. AJ,
nice.
They continue to run right now. 69 laps to go here
player
tonight.
out front, who this is the 39 of Timothy Emmanuel.
But I got a funny story to tell you after the show, behind the scenes stuff.
Oh dear.
I clicked on the other pony overlay originally, and I didn't realize it. Yeah. But that's all good, right? We got it. 64 to go. We continue to run right now. So, what are you thinking right now if you're these guys, AJ?
Well, it looks like we're separating a little bit, so we're going to see more of in line, which is good because pit stops are coming up, and you don't want to be caught on that top lane.
No, you definitely do not want to be called up there.
5 has a hell of a run getting back to that 32. 32, I think, might be pitting. Because he fell back quite a bit right there. Let's see.
Yeah,
Nope. No pitting.
No pitting.
But that was very weird on the backstretch.
Yeah, that was definitely kind of weird. And already 68 to go, AJ. They're already kicking off the lap, right?
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job. The 50 truck is 2 laps behind now, so he's probably... Oh no, he's still on pit road.
Yeah. So if you're these guys right now and you're looking at this situation, you're just going, oh boy, this is going to be crazy.
51, Purcell is getting a heck of a run, a heck of a shove.
Oh, look. And we're on board right here, AJ. Look at the gap distance. Not much at all on the bottom. And if you got to come to victory lane or to pit road here, and you're all stacked in like this with 66 to go, what do you do to get on pit road cleaner?
Coming out of 4, you get off the track so nobody runs into the back of you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, getting onto pit road, especially if there's more people pitting with you, somebody's probably going to try to outbrake somebody else, and that could also cause a wreck.
So they continue right now. What a great race here tonight. And folks, we started with Pony Express with the Pro Forward, right? And this league, no matter what they seem to be doing, it's just good racing all the way around. It's impressive, AJ.
Oh, it's phenomenal. They really got me into Pro 4 trucks.
What do you say we do a little bit of crank it up, buddy?
Well, I think they're about to start pitting, so I'd say
Well,
after
yeah.
the pit stop.
I got caught out there because I forgot about not used to that short of a pit window here at Daytona. Man, it really is a short window.
Is it me or some cars really getting loose out of turn 2? The 24 and the 85 got a little squirrely as they were straightening the wheel out.
And unfortunately, Scott and Chad out of this race already. So we are down to this pack of trucks literally on your screen. So now that makes it even more difficult because there's nobody. If you make a mistake on pit road, you're going to be way out of it.
24 pitting.
That's too hot. That's too hot. Oh, man. I was about to say, that is too hot coming to pit road. I would not be surprised if we don't get a pit road speed penalty, AJ. Wow. That was awfully hot. What do you think coming to pit road? Do you think that was a little bit hot?
I think so, but I also think him by himself is going to be the bigger issue.
Well, worst case scenario is both things happen.
No, he is gone. He is off and away.
Now let's see what happens with this pack right here, AJ. What do you think they're going to do?
I don't think he took tires. I think he just took full fuel.
Right. Well, now my question has to be what...
32 and 85 are pitting.
They're going to come down, they'll jump out. So early on, at least, pretty clean on the pit road situation.
Yeah, it's very clean. And also the 79 on pit road as well.
Comes down and away.
So at least they're going to have draft partners. Hopefully they're all on the same strategy. Oh, 32 overshoots his pit box and has trouble getting it back in gear.
Oh, no. That's gonna kill your timing, right?
It did, but it didn't look like it hurt him that hard.
Well, you covered that. We were watching the pack still out on the racetrack, and every moment that goes by, they are literally gaining ground. With that mistake, it's going to be big when we cycle around, right?
Well, that 24 is definitely going to have drafting help when they get back to him.
Yeah. Wow. Going to be difficult all the way around. And I'll tell you what, we talked about this early on, AJ, about the situation of being, just a little bit lesser fuel. So, and I think this is what we're going to see all night with the lesser fuel, to be honest.
Yeah, which is awesome. Stuff can happen on pit stops. You have the 51, 39, and 22 all on pit road and away.
Yeah, that was the group we were watching there, coming up for their stops.
Look at this. We're on lap 19. Lap 3 and 66 have stayed out.
Great job on their behalf.
And it looks like they're both coming down now. That 33 and 66 look like they're coming in really hard. I would not be surprised if that 66 of Sean Atkins was speeding a little bit, but that's just my opinion. Hopefully he wasn't.
Well, I would hope not, because that would get you. That would absolutely destroy your race if we stay green, right? If you come down and you are remotely speeding, your race is pretty much in trouble. But, so are you surprised so far, AJ, with how everything's went? As far as clean wise, not really had too big of issues.
No, I'm not surprised because I see how these some of these drivers race on Monday, and
Right.
while you can beat and bang the Pro Ford trucks,
Yeah.
they don't take each other out.
And again, that lends itself well to this, I feel like, and I agree with you that for this one, it's a little bit different from the aspect of, you know, if you beat and bang here, it could be really, really, really bad, right?
Yeah.
So, we'll get ready, and we've got, what, 4 or 5 trucks? 4 trucks in a pack, and then a 2-truck breakaway here at Daytona right now. That's kind of what I
caught up
expected.
soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll be right with them in a couple laps.
Yeah, they'll be there. They'll run them down that backpack. Here they come.
So Matt, why don't we do what you were wanting to do? Let's crank it up with some in-car.
Yeah, let's do it. So crank it up here on Extreme Sim TV. Here we go. Enjoy the sights and sounds of Daytona. Oh no, we got a phone. All right, folks, back here again.
Oh yeah, that 24 got spun.
Yeah,
Pretty hard.
he did. So AJ back here once again with these guys as we continue to rock and roll here at Daytona. A couple of cars have got turned around here in a couple of different places, but they have kept it green so far, buddy.
Yeah, we haven't had a caution yet where I would think if it was NASCAR, there probably would have been, but I know they're letting iRacing take care of it. With 50 of Scott a couple laps ago,
Right.
and the 24 of Steven about a lap ago.
So that's the way they run right now, as you can see it. And right now, 2 hours left in the session, but they're not going to use all that up. We're 24 in, AJ, of this race right now. And we are...
Oh yeah, we're chugging along.
Yeah, and next week we'll have the laps back on it for this season. I tried to do it midstream, but that didn't work. So, yeah. Kind of 2 different setups. I wonder what that does to the drivers with Monday. You know, it threw us off a little bit tonight, but with Mondays, you know, they're racing these timed races. What do you think it throws them off, transferring back and forth laps, time, yada, yada, yada?
Well, I think when it comes to Mondays, you know how long each session's going to be, to pretty much a 5-minute interval, whichever side.
Yeah.
Here, you have 220 minutes to do 80 laps, which 80 laps should take you about, I don't know, an hour. But that could also take under account for cautions. If this was a caution-filled race, it can literally take you all the way to 2 hours.
Now, Steven, 1 lap down. We literally have 8 trucks left on the lead lap, AJ. That as well is huge for these drivers.
Yeah, and those 8 trucks on the lead lap were within 0.6.
I mean, this is going to get interesting as they continue to run nose to tail there at top lane. If I think I'm in these top 8, I'm just going to jump in the line and ride.
Absolutely.
I'm not even going to, because there's no point to it.
Well, I don't really think the 32, the 35, or the 79 are really racing that hard. I think they're just logging laps, just not in the bottom lane.
Yeah, exactly. And again, this is kind of a preview of next season for them as well, man. Of course, we got a whole season of trucks coming up here in just a little bit in January. That's going to be interesting. They're going to transfer over to 22 weeks next year.
Oh, wow. So, Matt, yesterday in our stream for Apex, you mentioned the quest for 1,500 subscribers. How'd that go? What are we at now?
Well, we still got our sword out, right? And we're still tromping through the forest, trying to find those extra 5 subscribers. So help us get to that 1,500 subscriber mark. That way I can put my sword away and come back out of the forest known as YouTube subscribers with some healthy elk meat, I guess is where I was going with that.
And this is Extreme Sim TV. You are watching the Pony Express NASCAR 4 Amateurs Truck Series presented by Burgert Farms at Daytona.
And again, thank you to Burgert Farms for getting on board, helping us get this done. And again,
Yes.
AJ,
Thank you very much to Tyler and Morgan for sponsoring this week's race.
well, secretly, we surprised these guys on Monday telling them we'd be at Daytona. Well, secretly, I'm here. The main reason why I'm here is I love doing it for these guys, but secondary, I'm not gonna lie, it helps me sort out some things for next season early, AJ.
Yeah. Hopefully we're doing a good job. Everybody, if you haven't yet, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button. And how you guys doing tonight? We have a chat open. I can currently see the chat, and I know Matt can. How you doing? Who you pulling for?
Yeah, as we continue. Yeah, we're just, and you know what's nice about this week too is they let us come out here, AJ, and kind of, yes, do a broadcast, right? But also in the midst of doing it, behind the scenes, I'm over here getting everything ready to have their trucks in there and everything for next season. So, I like doing it this way. I don't know about you, but I kind of like it.
Oh, I'm just enjoying myself for the ride.
Yeah. As they continue to run single file right now up front. So that is why you've seen the overlay disappear once or twice. Well, that's because I was bringing it down and bringing it back up for you as I continue to do a quote-unquote broadcast / test as well to get everything ready for 22 whole weeks next year. And not to mention points battle next week to determine the championship at this one.
Right there, you got Mark Dillon all over the back bumper of Sean Atkins right now. That's really I wouldn't really call it a battle, because it looks like they're just logging laps, but he is pushing the bumper in on that 66 truck.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, there's a bumper, pow. Hey, there's a bumper, pow. Hey, there's a bumper again, pow. On board there, you're on the hood cam of Mark.
Now, you really got to be careful on where you bump these trucks, right, Matt? I know you were explaining it earlier, but for anybody who isn't familiar with truck racing, explain it to them about why bumping somebody in the back end matters.
Okay, so I'm going to preface this to where people understand where I'm coming from. I know the truck AJ probably better than anything else on the surface. For those of you that don't know, I do race in a truck league each and every week. Been doing it for about 4 seasons. When we come to Daytona and Talladega, you do not, and I repeat, do not, if you're on board with Mark here, you do not want to be on that left side of that bumper when you bump your teammate or your competitors. As you see, he's kind of on the right side. It's not ideal, but it's not as bad. If you get over to that left-hand side, you're going to send the car in front of you around for a spin cycle faster than turning on your washer at home. So, yeah, I mean, it's not going to end well.
Looks like they're coming up on a lapped car, and they are currently passing the 24 of Steven to put him down 2 laps. Hopefully his best bet right now is to just get in line and hope for 2 cautions.
Get in line, Cat. Right. Don't don't not get in line at the moment. Hey, Jake Capola, you're in the booth with me here tonight. Ma'am, your first truck race, really. I think you're in for it next season when we go 22 weeks, buddy. I think you're going to be surprised with what we see.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to call the super speedways easy, but when we get to more of the really technical tracks, I am really excited for that.
And right now, with about 32 of 80 complete, we're halfway through this one here tonight.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
We're probably not living on a prayer because we're giving each other room. Okay, that did not land. I am so sorry for butchering that song, folks. and welcome to your Friday night broadcaster, the same broadcaster as Monday nights, but probably a lot more energetic, well, because it's Friday.
Yeah, and I don't have to work tomorrow, so yippee!
I'm a stare in chat, hoping Timmy can get that win. I'm hoping so too. And if he's right there in the line,
yeah, he's been up front this whole time. Really hasn't been to the lead or pushing the leader, but he's been around the front this whole time. It would not surprise me if Timothy gets the win here tonight.
And AJ, we appreciate all the interaction, hitting that like button, even the dislikes, guys. Any interaction, I appreciate it. Lets us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, how hyper I am. If I'm so, I just appreciate it all, right, AJ? I just love any interaction we get out of the fan base.
Any way we can get better is making this channel better.
Yeah.
I'm here to have fun. You're here to have fun, but we're also trying to, showcase these leagues that put on one hell of a show week in and week out.
And I would really like to get with our sponsor here this week. See if we can't come up with some unique promotional material for them as well. I'd love to do that. So we'll get that done this week for them as well. But I tell you what, we're looking at our speed shot here on the camera, and that just shows you how wicked fast these trucks are going around Daytona right now.
Oh yeah, and we got everybody coming down pit road now. Oh, 30. Oh, big wreck on pit road.
Oh no.
The 66 and the 3. They're both going to get pinged for unsafe exit.
Oh, wappo. Well, the 66 is, okay. I may or may not have made that mistake before in these trucks, AJ. You back your brake bias back, right, at super speedways, trying to get rest drag and the caliper and all this technical details. Well, when you come to pit road, if you forget to move it back forward, you do just that. You lock the brakes up, truck comes around, and whammo, bammo, I got damage.
So would that be a black flag and they have to do a pass-through or something? Or
yeah, most likely, because he come out of the pit road.
But I'm just saying, Zach Purcell looks like the genius for staying out and not getting caught up in that.
Now, he's going to have to come down pit road, but what that is going to do is break this pack completely apart. Now, this has been fun for the first half of this race. We're having a ball, as always. Well, AJ, what do you think now? Your race leader is out there. He can come to pit road at kind of his own leisure here. Yes, you don't want to be by yourself on pit road, but that wreck that we saw occur, that might buy him some time. How do you think this is going to work out for Purcell?
Well, if he has help from that 24, he might be able to withstand the bombardment a little longer. But when he ducks down pit road and if he's by himself, he's gonna find an issue.
You're basically saying no matter what, he's still going to have to figure out what he has to do.
And we still have the 66 and the 3 still on track.
As they continue, and they are staying out here now. They are back a little ways from the main pack, obviously, due to that incident. But again, you don't want to see it, but every now and then it happens.
Yeah, it happens. We even see it in real life where people get on the brakes too hard and spin out coming onto pit road. Here comes the 51. Zach is now hitting pit road.
What a wonderful race. And you see Zach Purcell to pit road. Now, where does he come out in relation to Paul, Timothy, and Zach Nürnberger right here? Where do you think he comes out in relation to those guys?
Well, probably right around them because he did have the help by the 24. He wasn't just out there alone.
And then Crosby right there as well. So we got 4 cars in a blanket. Right now, here comes Purcell off of pit road. He'll start to roll that truck forward. And that falling pack is coming with a vengeance behind him. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to tack on to this pack, though. Because here they come, full bore. And
Well, if he can pull up right behind them, he might be able to snag some of the draft. He's already at 150. They're only going 175, so he's going to get some pull, but I think they're going to pull away.
yeah, you get a big pull, but it's not that much of a difference, right? You do get a big pull, but it's not that much. So I just think
He has their draft. He has their draft.
he does. What do you say we hop on board? This is a good opportunity. Let's see if we can hop on board while he's sitting right here. Let's just let these fans listen, and you can hear the RPMs of this truck and listen to how high they are as they work their way through, AJ. Just unbelievably high RPM right now, right? I mean, he is just absolutely on it right at the moment.
Yeah, and for all you viewers, he's cracking the throttle quite a bit. He's not fully in the gas.
And that's the most impressive part of it all, right? Because you're not fully in the gas, but you're absolutely just pouring the truck for all it's worth at the same time.
Ooh, 3 car is coming fast around the outside.
As we were on board there, you got to see that movement. That, again, AJ, is impressive to me. When these guys do that, right? When they get that type of run and they're able to pull up and go. It's
Mark Dillon just slingshotted
yeah.
from right around 6th place to the lead.
I think what was so impressive to me about it, AJ, is because we were on board with that little truck and just seeing the amount of speed that he was able to wrap around that top side with.
That was crazy. I've never seen somebody go, oh boy.
Oh,
85 is blinking.
oh boy, that could be bad. But they're okay for now. That's
You see the 32 of Zachary a little cautious now.
yeah. Oh. Ooh, iRacing froze. Ooh, where did? Ooh. Sorry about that, folks. iRacing decided nope, we were not. You okay on your end, buddy?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine on my end.
That's good, because I just had a big iRacing freeze. I'm glad it's good on your end. They continue to run here, and you see it right now. Now, what do you think? The 3 had that big run, right? We see.
Yep.
Right. Do you think at this point, you know, he's out front, you think he can keep it there? Do you think that he showed his cards too early?
Well, we've already, or if you've noticed, we've already seen him go and block both lanes. So I think now people are going to start getting more aggressive.
Right.
But I don't know how much that 79 is going to be able to do. He's got a lot of rear end damage right there.
Yeah, it's just, you know,
It just looks like he's stalling out.
yeah, he's just stalling out a bit. And the pack in general doesn't, and this is going to be general terms, the pack as a whole, to me, does not appear that they have a bunch of movement and momentum to them, right? And that,
Well, they're also not bunched up together where you would build up the momentum.
Yeah.
It looks like they cracked the throttle before they get the big run.
yeah, it's interesting because they're cracking it. See, and that's not the way I would. I have stayed in it full throttle, AJ. It's so hard to explain this because it's so tricky to do. But what they're doing is the reason why they're jumping out of the gas is it keeps you from running over the guy in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain because it's Daytona and everybody wants to go, 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 right? And this is true, but if you go, go, go and you run over the guy in front of you, then you just call it a massive incident.
For pretty much no reason.
Yeah. So, with that being said, the smart ideal is to do exactly that and just kind of hang tight, per se, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
There's still 35 laps to go, so there's still time.
And that's exactly what they are doing. They're going to hang tight and not do anything too nuts in this one. But man, I am so happy with the way the racing has went here tonight. I don't know about you, AJ, but it's been impressive.
Been very impressive.
Yeah, I'm looking forward, per se, to what we're going to see, you know, going forward, especially next week when we go to the season finale at Homestead, and then next year is just going to be absolutely insane. I really believe that. AJ, as we continue to run, how about you tell us a little bit more about our beautiful channel partner, Nerds Doing Nerds Things.
All right, cool. My time to shine. Well, hey everybody. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night for the Pony Express NASCAR 4 Amateurs Truck Series. I am the host of Nerds Doing Nerd Things. We talk about all things nerdy. The episode that actually came out today is our Scarlett Johansson Black Widow's solo film episode, where we just talked about it. It's been out for a little while, so we wanted to give people time to watch it and digest it, so now we're talking about it. So go give us a listen. We're on Facebook, and pretty much wherever podcasts are available, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio. Give us a shout out. Check us out. Throw a comment in there on our Facebook, you know, that you heard from us from Extreme Sim TV.
And how about you do me another favor, guys? Let's give them a little bit of behind-the-scenes baseball. They're going to have a bunch of podcasts coming up, are they not? In the pipeline. I mean, we can't give too much away, but I know for a fact you have a bunch in the pipeline coming up.
Oh, yeah. Especially with our holiday season coming up. We have plenty coming up.
No, that you can find all that. The links are in the good old description below, AJ, as we run here at Daytona. And again, AJ, thank you to you guys for coming on board as a partner this year. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, we ain't going anywhere. I'm having a blast just being able to be in the booth with you, so...
No, what you're telling me is we're stuck like glue. That's that song, right?
All right, back to the racing, pal, before I start laughing my butt off.
As they run double file right now, great racing right now. You know, a little bit smaller of a pack, right? But with 34 to go, we still got a long way to go. And I've got good news on my front, AJ. Everything is working properly.
Woot woot.
And it was not the overlay itself, actually. That's why I've been confused for the past half hour. It was iRacing. I was having a server connection problem, sir.
Well, that's not good.
But that's why we weren't getting the data we should have been getting from the get-go. But
Okay,
never,
not good, yep.
not good, Cap, but never late than never. I mean, better late than never, or whatever that saying is, as they run down the back straightaway. And you see it right now, the 3 machine of Mark after that big run that he got out front leading.
Like what I said before, it feels like that 79 just can't get a big enough run to where he could challenge for the lead.
Yeah. And he can't, not right now at least. We haven't seen it yet. Maybe before long, right? With 33 to go, you got a little bit of an opportunity. That's probably going to be what, at least one more pit stop,
maybe a gas and go afterwards.
Yeah, maybe question mark. I love it when I get the big question marks. That means it's always fun when you don't know, right? Because it's surprising. Ending right there in line as well. They all continue to rock and roll in the mix here. Double file up front. 32 laps to go in this one. And I tell you what, Mark, man, I go back to that move that Mark made, AJ. I wonder if he showed his cards a little bit too soon.
I don't think so. If you can make the move once, you can definitely do it again if you have the same circumstances.
I mean, I asked about showing your cards because someone in here plays Magic cards. So, I figured you would know about showing your cards too soon.
Well, whenever you play cards, you don't want to show your cards.
Mark Dillon up front leading the way. Got in the back straight away. They come thundering at you. 8 trucks deep. Now what happens? Let's do the what if scenario. You ready? What if we all get up here up front with 5 to go, 3, 4 wide. There's 8 trucks really in this big pack. And they all pile it up, right?
Well, they all jump out of their car and then run to the start-finish line.
Well, they could do that. The point I was going to go with is that 24 Thompson, even though he's 2 laps down, it's not over yet, Cap, because they could all wreck in front of you. That would be the most amazing moment in iRacing history. That would have to go to iRacing Top 10. It would have to. But right now, look up there on the top lane. That is Atkins' single charge truck there, all by his lonesome, trying it on the top.
I don't know why, but looking at Sean Atkins' truck makes me want to have some Miller beer.
Well, Miller's interim draft. Okay, I can see it.
I'm sorry for just realizing this. Matt, can you focus on the rear end of the 3 car as he hits pit road? It is the sponsor for today's race, Burgert Farms. I apologize if we say it wrong.
Cap, I don't think my paint, but yeah, this is the same. Let him. We'll go ahead and make the pit stop here where we can get a good angle. Now
it's on the flatbed area.
Flatbed area. There we go. We got an angle that works. We found one. The farm's on the flatbed. That's pretty good. The farm is on the flatbed because if you know anything about farm work, flatbeds are extremely.
So it looks like they're going to need to make one more pit stop after this, if not 2, but the second one being a splash and go.
Yeah, it'll be a splash and goer. And we've been green flag all evening long. I wouldn't
mind. It's been phenomenal.
Telling you what, it's been impressive. We've had, 2 incidents that didn't bring out a yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you keep it rolling. Here at Daytona. And right now we're looking out front for Sale again, playing the home game. Wait a minute, AJ. Let's use our head here. For Sale's playing the home game again, right? Now he can't make it to the end from here. But
absolutely not. But he can minimize that splash.
Exactly. That splash.
And look, he's drafting off the 24 once again.
That splash can become less of a splash and more like a drop. The longer he goes, to what you said, the less he's going to have to take on when we get to the end of this run. And the race as a whole. What so much fun this has been, seeing these trucks out here getting after it all evening.
Yeah, this has been really awesome.
I hate to keep bringing it up, but man, I go every time we run through these trucks. I know here we go with the controversial statement of the year.
Black helicopter foot.
Yeah, well, black helicopters, but also probably the best car on the service for racing, for competitive racing.
It's either these trucks or the super late models, in my opinion.
Yes, okay, I'll re-clarify this. The super late models in the configuration that Sim 500 runs them in, yes. But in their normal configuration, I don't think they compete. You know. So, I mean, right now, though, Purcell doing a great job holding serve out front, holding the baton up in the air like, I've got it.
He's been able to go about 17 laps where everybody else has to go about 15.
Yeah. Well, he's in great shape, and he is just keeping it. Wow, he's actually still going. He is really building up the gap here as far as the fuel. 25 to go. Still outside of pit stop range, but I will give him this. He's dedicated to it.
And what's helping is he's drafting off that 24. The only issue is second through eighth is in a pack together.
Yeah, that is true, but there's a but. If he can save enough there in that final stop to really make a huge difference, and I'm talking gigantic difference, it will work in that scenario. Coming to pit road now, this time by with 24 to go, AJ.
Yeah, it looks like they're both hitting pit road, so they can work together once again.
Well, so we'll see this pack with Mark Dillon Jr. and Atkins come through and pick it up and possibly go the race lead. They should blow back right behind, right? AJ.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's still on pit road. It's not even going to be a...
They're leaving now.
Yeah, it's not even close. They gone.
Not as close as it was last time? Oh, hell no.
No, they gone. They're waving out the driver's side window at him as they go by.
The one finger salute.
Hi, buddy. How you doing, buddy?
Fuel mileage this.
Now help me with my my brain, doing brain things sometimes, AJ. I know we're covering a race tonight, but I do want to touch back on last night. What a cool moment that was pre-race last night. That was on that. That was one of the coolest moments. Why don't you give the viewers at home, and please, guys, if you get a chance, go back and watch the race from last night and just watch the pre-race ceremonies that happened under the base laps. Even if you don't watch the whole race, that right there was worth watching.
Yeah, our Apex race last night on Veterans Day, we showed tribute to all the veterans by having the two veterans that are in Apex take a couple parade laps at the beginning of the pace laps, which was very nice. So I really hope people not go out of your way to watch it, but please go back and watch it. It gave me chills just watching it and commenting on it.
Yeah, and your co-lead broadcaster here, me. I got choked up to the point that I had to mute the mic, didn't I, AJ? I'm like, yeah, I've got to mute the mic a moment. Hey, I can't help it. I'm an emotional person sometimes.
Yeah, you're a wreck.
Yeah, I am a wreck. Hey, that's not fair. But they continue to run out front, leading the way. That's Atkins. Then Dillon Jr. That is, as we call him in the Pro 4s, Sheriff Dillon there, right in line with these 5 or 6 trucks up front. And please, guys, one of the reasons why I'm broadcasting this particular race, Nascar for Amateurs, 2022 season starts January. Go apply today. You can reach out to the league on Facebook at the Pony Express. You can reach out to us at Extreme Sim TV. We can give you the information. Whatever you do, go apply for this league. It's going to be a great 22 race season there for next year. And it's a great start, as the name kind of entails. A place to kind of start your iRacing career as far as leagues, AJ.
Yeah, everything Mark Dillon and the guys Dennis Crosby have put together so far has been absolutely phenomenal. So, if you're thinking about joining, don't waste time. Go do it now.
Yeah, go do it now. That worked, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 20 to go right now. Atkins leads. Dillon Jr. in second. Timothy in third. And of course, all the races next season will be broadcasted live here on Extreme Sim TV. So we've got basically a 5-truck breakaway here at Daytona, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
We've got 2 out.
Yeah, we do.
We got 9 trucks on track total. 6th, 7th, and 8th is back here in their own little pack, their own little universe. Because they're just about the next galaxy in Daytona turns right here. They're in the Alpha Centauri galaxy. This other planet. Who knows? 19 to go this time by. Atkins leads the way here. 19 laps to go. I think the more I broadcast this race, AJ, I think Kim is becoming more concerned that I've lost my glove mind. With 18 laps to go. Front of the field, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the way they say it. And, well, I think, I may be wrong, AJ, but I think they're going to sit here and ride with a couple laps to go.
I can see that 100% happening. But with a couple laps to go, you're going to start seeing possibly the 39, the 32, and 79 back up a little bit.
If it's 1 to go in this whole field, Rex, you're going to see me jump out of the booth and start running around the track to try to make my 60 to 80 laps up and win the race. You think I can make up 80 laps on foot?
No, you don't run.
No, I don't run. That knows something that I do. 17 laps to go this time by here at Daytona International Speedway. Thank you guys for coming out for tonight's broadcast for the NASCAR for Amateurs, brought to you by Pony Express and Burgert Farms. And don't forget, as much fun as we're having tonight, there is a championship on the line as well, AJ.
Yeah, and our championship points leader, if you want to bring it back up on screen, Matt, is sitting right now in 4th place.
Right there, just holding serve, doing what he needs to do at Daytona.
Yep, it's exactly what he needs to do. He's also running very well.
Yeah, he's doing a great job with 16 to go this time by. You know, I think if I'm him, I set my little butt where it's at, and I get my points. And I go home and I say, okay, I got points tonight. That's all I need to do.
Yep.
I'm not going to, because this is Daytona, the minute you get up there trying to race it, as much as we like when they race, probably not a good idea as a point leader. Not at Daytona.
No, you need to survive for the most part, and then if you come home with a good finish, you come home with a good finish. I know it's boring for everybody watching at home, and it can get boring for us commentating, but for them in the car, you need to know where you are in points, how far you're away, and how much you can actually gain. And right now, he's doing what he needs to do by just hanging around there in 4th. But we're getting a little racy with 1 and 2 right here.
They're starting to pick it up here. And I do want to bring this up really quick. The sword of subscribers jumping through the field, AJ. We're 3 away. We got to collect 3 more subscribers. And I got my Pokeballs out throwing at subscribers. So hopefully I can catch 3 more by the end of the look.
Ah, you've caught a shiny mat.
Yep.
Speaking of that, how's Pokemon Go looking?
That is what you get. Hey man, I need a big Pokeball to catch all my subscribers, right?
Hey, big Pokeball to catch you, but oh, what a bump! I thought that was really going to turn the 66 right there. Holy cow.
Pokeball cannot contain me, sir, as they continue nose to tail up front.
Alright, everybody, we're looking at 15 laps left. Who's your pick to win? We saw Thomas say he wants Timmy, but we have people watching the broadcast. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Who is your pick to win, and what lap are we going to see the wreck on, if there is going to be one?
Well, I'm going to hold my pick. I'm not going to say it, but I do have my pick right now already. And since I normally go first, and you can steal your pick or, something of that sort. AJ, what's your pick?
I'm actually going to pick the Sheriff, as he's passing for the lead right now. There you go.
There we go. 3-1. Can he get clear?
You also have Dennis Crosby right on his outside. They really made it 3 wide, and they split the 66 car.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, dude, we're not going to let you not do that. They just split him like, yep, we're going. See ya. So, since you stole my pick, for once, who am I going to pick? I'm going to go with Paul Skip right here. He started on pole tonight. He's been kind of quiet, but I think the quietness wins the race at the end of it, AJ. You're going with the hare and I'm going with the tortoise, right?
Pretty much. That 66 is dropping back way far out. Makes me wonder if something happened. Unless he's trying to save fuel now, but, saving fuel at the end of a run doesn't really help.
Maybe getting ready to come to pit road. The other thing you can do when you drop back, do exactly what the Sheriff did earlier on. Get that big pull from the pack in front of you, and maybe do the one-car Rambo thing that we've seen Sheriff Dillon do earlier tonight.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, you better Rambo it really good. I like that saying, the one-car Rambo. 12 to go here tonight at Daytona. I'm at the Q11 at the stripe, and right now it is the Sheriff leading company with Dennis Crosby and Timothy right there. We know a reviewer wanting Timothy to get this done here tonight and bring it to victory lane. And you know what the good part here of all this is, AJ? Here they come, pit road. And oh boy, we had an incident coming to pit road behind them. Wow, they did a great job to get it woed down, but what happened there, AJ, was...
Holy cow, my heart rate really accelerated right there.
Well, what happened was some guys wanted to come down, right? Other guys were planning on staying out. And then when the guys came down, the other guys that were going to stay out said, oh no, I got to go down too. And it just really almost caused a massive pileup. And you know who almost looked like a genius there was Zachary.
Well, he stayed out late on every restart. Now, these guys only needed to take about 10 laps of fuel. If they would have made it, though, and I think Zach, when he comes down, he's probably going to only need to take about maybe 5 laps of fuel. I don't know how much of a time difference that is, but we are definitely going to find out.
Yeah, I don't think this strategy is going to give him the win, but maybe it keeps him out of the big one if it happens.
I was actually just thinking that.
Maybe it's I'm going to stay out here on my own little island and hope it all plays out because my island's safe. And then when the big one happens, I'll be there to race. I'd do my thinking if I'm in his shoes. So 9 laps to go. 9 Rooney left here at Daytona. And again, folks, what a great night of racing we've seen all evening long, AJ, and I've had fun with this one. So AJ, right now, as you're watching this, what is your inner AJ brain telling you would do? Which is 9 laps to go. Oh, no, Mark. Oh my gosh. My heart rate just went through the roof.
Well, if I'm the 39, I'm probably really happy where I'm at right now. The only thing he's probably worrying about is which lane am I going to have to block when it comes to a couple laps to go.
And if you're Mark there in that 3 truck, you're grabbing a change of clothes after that little incident down the back. You know they've been clean all evening long, but you know as the laps tick down, you almost feel the storm brewing. Here's my prediction. Somebody's going to zig when they should have zagged. And that is going to be it. And that's going to be the big one. Because here at Daytona, they normally are not small ones, AJ.
No, they're not.
They're a normal large or extra large.
I'll take extra large for 500, Bob.
Extra large for 500. There we go, and they're going to still right be all over one another. As you're right on board with Mark Gillen right here inside this pack. Again, your leader not in this pack. Zachary is actually your leader. And he is still out here doing his thing, playing his strategy. And he just hit lap 17 of his run, AJ.
So he's probably coming in either this lap or next lap.
Yeah.
But once again, he has drafting help.
I'll tell you what.
And that's our points leader. He might have sped on pit road.
You may have. There's your points leader, the 32 of them. Almost a lap down here. But my question to you, AJ, boy, Zach is going to come awful close to making it and cutting off the stop. Not going to quite get there, but he came close.
Now, well, this race is not over yet, people, so don't go anywhere.
No, don't go anywhere because here comes the leader to pit road. That will give the lead back to the hands of the 39 camp who's leading right now the second pack.
He's going to need 6 laps of fuel instead of 10.
Yep.
So I'll count it out, so.
Well, right now we're at the packs in 3 and 4 as we speak.
2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, and he is gone. He lit up those tires, though, and he almost about looped it.
He's trying to get going, but it's not going to be enough. Here comes the pack. There goes the pack. New race leader. Give it to Atkins, who gets around them as they get back up front. So here we go.
He almost about looped it coming out of pit road. Those tires are probably cooked.
Yep. But up front, it's a dog fighting a record. Here we go, the big one at Daytona. Car up on its side. That is Atkins. Caution out with 6 to go.
So who looks like a genius now?
Zachary.
Now here's the thing. Everybody just topped off on gas. I don't think they've really taken tires at all in this race. Do you go down and grab tires now too?
Oh yeah.
There's only 8 of you.
Why not at this point? There's the 6.
9 of you.
Yeah. Ooh. That is a lot of 3 or 4 big time damaged trucks too. And in that incident. Well, that happened. Big incident. So there we go. Yellow is out once again here tonight at Daytona. For the first time, well, not once again, but for the first time here, yellow in the air, AJ, and we will get ready to rack them, stack them robots and do it again.
Yep.
Now, here tonight at Daytona, we do have 2 attempts at a green-white checkered finish. So again, we got 2 attempts at a green, white checkered here tonight as we get ready to go once again, AJ, after a big incident down the back. And let's take a look here one more time at that incident that brought out the caution. So, were you surprised to see it, AJ?
Well, not really. They were really starting to get racy up in that front pack, but we made it all race without a caution, so I was hopeful, or not hopeful, but I was thinking we were actually going to be without one this race.
You thought?
But it's Daytona, so I thought wrong.
You were hopeful, sir. You were hopeful.
The 24 gets one of his laps back.
Yeah, he's going to be getting that lap back. Other trucks are on pit road as well. After that big incident that we just saw. And I don't, unfortunately, think we're done with smashing bang cars up tonight. I just don't think we're done with that. It's Daytona, right? We're at the end of Daytona. It's either bring it back in victory lane or bringing it back on the record.
Yeah, it's not like you gotta pay for the car.
Yeah, exactly. Go for it. Unless you're your points leader, then maybe not go for it. Early series, sale right here in the 51. So if you're that points leader, how nervous are you right now, bud?
Well, I'm pulling it back up. He had an 8-point lead to Timothy, and Timothy is the leader right now, so I'd be very nervous because you're sitting all the way back in 7th at the moment.
Yeah, I think you've got to get up there. I think you've got to go cap. I think that's what you need to do here as we get ready to fire it back up here for the restart in just a moment. I agree. I thought about it there for a moment, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to go because with Timothy leading, that kind of forces your hand.
God, thank you very much for those kind words. We really appreciate it. We kind of still wish you were on the track as well. It was fun watching you run for those, 12 laps. Wish you could have stayed in longer.
Yes,
but,
God,
when iRacing doesn't call cautions,
not much you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I hate to see you out that early. I appreciate all the support, man. I really do. But AJ,
so we're going double file here.
We're getting ready to do this one more time for a restart. And right now, it's 3 laps to go here tonight. It's going to be green, white, checkered time from good old Daytona International Speedway.
And this doesn't count as an attempt because it will not run out in overtime.
No, this is not a official air quote attempt. I just about did the whole laser thing with the green, white, checkered, but I couldn't figure out how to do it that way. You know, the finger for it, laser. It just went over AJ's head, didn't it?
Probably. Yeah, I would say so.
But what is not a laser is the need to win this race for Timothy here. I think Timothy's best shot to get this done championship-wise is to go win this race. So here we go. Pace truck is off. Crowd on their feet, green in the air. We're back at it here at Daytona. Well, here we go, AJ, back at it once again. Do they get back to the start-finish line?
We're gonna find out. It's gonna be very aggressive. This is where I would. This is where I would expect that lead car to be trying to block both lanes, but he's not gonna have it here coming out of 2.
He tried.
That lead car has the run.
He tried to slam the door, but it was too late. And here comes Rambo. That is Mark. We've seen this exact scenario earlier, AJ.
They are equal. Mark is past him, but I don't think he's clear enough to come down. That 87 is really going to have to give him a nice shot, but they're going 3 wide for for third right now. What are they going to do?
Oh, this is going to get bad. Oh, there it is. Truck around, caution.
And that was the points leader. That 32 truck.
And guess what? Yellow's out. We're going to rack them, stack them, and do it again. And that was the 32 at Nuremberg. And let's take a look at what happened to him. 3 wide. Started ping-ponging back and forth. Never ends well.
Now, I can't say from experience here, if you have your, he's saying he was aero loose and he is apologizing over the radio right now. But if you're I'm trying to think of the word right now, the force feedback on your console and you're bouncing off of cars, it is literally ripping it out of your hands.
Yeah, that's never good, Captain. You want to run as low as force feedback as you can stand here. Because if not, well, you start getting jacked around, start getting contact, and that, my friends, is what happens.
Well, because of the wreck, Zachary Nunberger is getting the EOL to the longest line, so there's your points leader getting all the way to the back of the line while his next contender is sitting in first place at the moment.
I guess the only lucky thing he's got going on right now is there's only 9 trucks. So maybe that saves it a little bit for him. Oh gosh, could you imagine if there was 30 trucks out here and you got an EOL this late? Oh boy.
No thanks.
Oh, thank you, Captain. You can keep that for yourself. I don't want nothing. Thank you, everyone, for all your support. Thank you to, man, let's give a shout out to the significant drivers, or the significant others of the drivers, broadcasters, everybody involved with this. Boy, they put up a lot for us to come out here and do this every week.
Yeah, they do.
Literally, when I'm getting ready for a show, I just look at my significant other and be like, I gotta go get ready for a broadcast. And then she sees me about 4 hours later. Or sometimes longer. Would never use it as an excuse, now would I?
Not all the time. Just sometimes. Oh, that could be hazardous to your health.
You know, she's going to take over one of these broadcasts one night.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, I've tried to get my sister to be a broadcaster, and she did for about a lap and a half, and that was really cool, but that's all she had. Oh.
Wow, of course we want to talk at the same time here. So what are you expecting now, as this is going to be our first attempt at the green white checker? Do you think they're going to throw everything at the wall one more time, and just in case it doesn't happen, they have one more attempt? Or do you think they're actually going to not wreck? Let's put it that way.
They're going to go for it. Every restart at Daytona, you go for it. This point of the race, you go low and see what happens.
My brain would want to, all right, let's get the white, so whatever happens, it's over.
But see, you don't have a helmet on right now. When us drivers put the helmet on, we don't think logically.
I have too big of a beard to put a helmet on.
This is true. Folks, if you guys want to see the biggest beard in the universe, check out AK Capola.
It ain't that big. It used to be, but then work was like, hey, that's a safety hazard.
This is true. Anyway, if we continue to get ready, 2 laps to go.
Hell, I wanted to, have like a Dumbledore Gandalf beard.
Folks, give us 8 likes tonight, and I'll try to talk AJ into shaving all of his beard off.
No, my wife would kill me, and I'm not about that.
You're not about that, wow.
No. So we're about to see the pace truck hit pit road for the last time, and all crap is going to break loose pretty much. 39, I would expect to get a good launch since he's the leader, but Mark Dillon on his outside has been phenomenal on restarts all night.
Well, get ready to put the car in gear or truck in gear, hit the gas, and hold your breath and see what happens. That's literally what you do here.
Each truck has hit pit road, and we are green.
There we go. Good start.
Seems like a really slow start. The 87 almost went to the outside of the 3 here. We're going to head towards turn 1. Zachary Pucel is going to get underneath the 3 truck. Going to give him a nice shot. 39 is thinking about going to block the 3 truck, but the 3 truck is to the outside of the 39.
Well, what do you do now?
You people take a breath because I was running out of air.
With that, too, here comes Dylan. Topside big shove. Half a lap away from the white flag tonight. 6, 7 trucks now in the blanket. Headed
That
for
39 car cannot leave that bottom lane open. Zach Pucel almost went right underneath it and made it 3 wide and probably caused a wreck.
Yeah, and that's going to be the problem here as we come off of turn number 4. What lane do you cover with 1 to go? Trouble behind them. Do they get the white? They do. 1 to go. Wow, they got lucky there getting the white, AJ. I thought the yellow was going to nab them.
They got very lucky, especially watching that back there. The 32 got all sorts of messed up with the 79 and the 24.
Now it's a side-by-side drag race down the back straight away. 2 trucks on. Go ahead.
39's really got to protect the inside, but it's too late. 3 car is gone.
Now they all abandon him. They go to the top here. And now the 3's going to cut down, try to get to the bottom. Now it's Mark Dillon leading. The 85 in second. Out of turn number 4. Coming to the stripe. Look for the move. Dillon will come up to cover. Doesn't have to. The Sheriff back-to-back wins. And Timmy in P2. There you have it. Sheriff Dillon, 2 wins in a row. Wow.
What an awesome finish. And I thought all hell was going to break loose on that backstretch. But good job on Timothy in that 39 truck, that Pepsi DuPont 39 Chevrolet, I think it is, to make him able to get all the way back to 2nd place.
High road going off down the back straightaway. We can't even see. There we go. Burn it down in front of the pyro. That is your Sheriff, Mr. Dillon, going to victory lane. Pretty good shot right there in front of the pyro cannon going off, buddy. Man, 2 wins in a row for Sheriff Dillon. He has got to be on cloud 10 right now.
So he's already all past cloud 9.
Yeah, he passed that when he took the start-finish line. Wow. Hey, dear, I need my moderator. Thank you.
I already did it.
Already did it? All right.
Unless they popped it back up. They did pop back up.
Yep, that's the problem with them. Your friends are back. So we'll go interview or...
I report it and...
It don't matter. They'll just keep coming back, dude. There's nothing you can do. It's a bot, I do believe, is what we've determined. But let's talk to the Dillon right now.
Let's do it.
Mr. Dillon, Matt in the booth, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
2 in a row, Captain. Good job.
Oh, man. That was a hell of a race. What a finish.
Well, man, what did you think? The wreck was happening behind you, and he's like, oh, no. And you got to the white, yellow didn't fly, and then, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I got stuck on the outside on both of those final restarts, but I had my teammate Paul Skip behind me, and I knew if we could work together, we might have something for Timothy there, and Skip was able to just push me there that last lap, on the back straightaway coming out of turn 2, so
yeah,
definitely got help. It's hard to win these super speedway races by yourself. You gotta have a little bit of help.
Well, man, we come out here tonight to cover this race for you, knowing the championship's next week. But we did a lot of this in preparation for 22, right? Because for us, we're headed to the next season. We're headed into 22. How big a momentum boost for you is it as a league owner to see all this kind of falling together ahead of 2022 here?
Oh man, it's great. Obviously NASCAR racing is a big draw for sim racers. So we're really starting to ramp up the recruiting. I feel like we've got something big in the works for 2022. I feel like we've got a great format, great group of guys.
Yeah.
We've got great broadcasters with you guys on board. I think we're going to have a hell of a season coming up in January.
Yeah, and like I said, guys, I told the people watching Mark whenever we were doing the broadcast, because I actually took the overlay away a couple of times. I was telling them, this for us was majority a technical run for us, trying to work some of the kinks of the overlay out ahead of time. But daggum, if it didn't turn into a good show, comparatively for a tech show. Wow.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing that we only had 10 trucks for you tonight. We had a few people that couldn't make it. Man, for only being 10 trucks at Daytona, I feel like we put on a great race.
Y'all did as well. And trust me, I figured out some things in the background during the race tonight I think you're going to like for 22. I just got to figure out how to implement them now, AJ. So I appreciate it, Mark, for letting me come out here kind of do a tech run with you guys to call a race. And I'm super stoked for championship week next week. But even more than that, I'm ready for 22.
Oh, we appreciate you guys coming out tonight, and we're definitely looking forward to the big show with y'all next year.
Yeah. And now we move on to Monday because we're not done yet. We got to crown the champion over there in the off-road trucks.
Well, actually, I can tell you, the championship's already been decided.
It's locked. It's officially locked.
Yeah, Chris Stouffer, Monday Night Pro 4 champ.
Yeah, buddy. Good job, Chris. Can't wait to get an interview with him, especially come Monday night. We might have to go live a little bit early, AJ, celebrate the championship. No, AJ, you cannot break out the bubbly before broadcast.
I was just actually about to ask that. I was like, does that mean I can start drinking early?
But, Mark, you did a great job tonight, man. 2 wins in a row, Bubba.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, just thanks to my teammates and thanks to everybody coming out tonight. Thanks to John Nielsen for being our eye in the sky tonight, letting us know, what was going on. And, thanks for you guys for broadcasting.
Mark, on the back of your truck was the sponsor of tonight's race. Do you want to give them a quick shout out? Because I think we were butchering their name the whole race.
Oh, yeah. Our VP, one of our VPs here, we have 2 VPs, but one of our VPs is Tyler Burgert, and him and his wife
Morgan. Might have said it right once.
Him and his wife Morgan of Burgert Farms down there in Dayton, Ohio. They're on my truck, they're on Tyler's truck, and they were kind enough to come on board to be the series sponsor starting in January. So, yeah, glad to have them on board and appreciate their support.
Yeah. And
awesome, dude.
I think we got it 1 out of 3 times at least.
Yeah.
So,
I know we said it a lot, but
yeah, just like talking about a cheeseburger, but you put a T on the end.
Got you, buddy. Well, I appreciate it, man. As always, Mark, it was a fun night, as always, buddy.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem. What do you say we see if we can talk? Wait a minute. Let's hold up just a second. We're going to do this different, AJ. We got Mr.
Okay, I don't see second place.
Yeah, but I see somebody.
Chat.
I see somebody we do have. We got Mr. Tyler himself. Let's get him on down here. Hey, Tyler, it's Matt and AJ in the booth. Got a copy?
I do.
All righty, man. Well, wanted to bring you down here, man. Yeah, you guys came on board for the series sponsor next season, man, and we appreciate that a ton. Tell us a little bit more about what y'all got going on.
We're just cattle farmers, man. That's pretty much it. We live in a really small area out in southwest Ohio. Bought our property about 5 or 6 years ago, and couple of people that we know that live close to us, they do cattle farming, so we got into that with them. And yeah, we just wanted to be able to provide as much as we could for this series and all that. So I decided, we were a couple bucks short. So I said, hey, here we go. I'll give you the rest of it. And because I really want to see it succeed.
Alrighty, man. What are y'all raising Angus? What are y'all raising?
It's grass fed. It's 100% grass fed from basically their free range, I guess you could say. In the wintertime, they're fed hay that is grown locally on the same farm that they live on, and they get all of their water source from a natural spring that's on the same property. Nice,
man. Nice. Well, there's kind of a connection here, Tyler. What you don't know is growing up, we used to raise Australian Shepherd cattle working dogs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my neighbor, they have one, but we primarily use German Shepherds. Not really for the cows. So we just use them to keep the coyotes and the other predators away from them and the chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's the thing for me is like, unfortunately, these smaller farms in the grand scheme of things are you see it less and less, and that's unfortunate.
There's still, out here, there's still quite a few. You'll see a couple of places that do like 1 or 2 head, or even, 3 or 4, it could be 10 to 20 acres. There's a place right down the road from me, probably a mile though. Right. Their operation's probably 600 plus acres, and they have hundreds of cows.
I think the highest we got was 60 at one point. I think that's about where we topped off.
We're just now getting ready to hit our biggest number that we've ever had, and we're going to have, I want to say 8.
8. That's not.
Yeah. So I don't live on the same property that we do this. I basically use my neighbor's place.
Right.
They have 100 acres. And so I take care of the hay fields that we cut and everything for them in the wintertime. In turn, I get rent, basically.
Alrighty, man. Well, before I let you go, Tyler, AJ, I'm going to tell you a funny story, and Tyler can relate. So during the wintertime, we had a lot of alfalfa hay, right? Dude, There is nothing. Like, if you take a strand of alfalfa, I can sit there and suck on that thing all day long. It tastes so good. Just don't eat it. That's
very sweet.
Yeah, it's a very sweet taste.
Most people see you do that and they think you're weird, though.
No, dude, it's so good.
I thought it was weird the first time I saw somebody do it, and they're like,
the thing is, we know Matt is weird.
That's okay, so am I.
Well, Tyler, again, thanks to you guys for coming on board and make all this happen, and maybe we'll get some pictures one day or something, some promo material for you.
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, I'll send them out.
All right, appreciate it, buddy. Again, thank you, Tyler, as always, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All righty. So, AJ, now that you found out did I shock you, AJ?
No, not at all. You seem like a person that would be very helpful on a farm.
Bro, it is so good, though. I'm telling you, you got to try it.
Go do this. Go do that. Hey, Matt, go do this. All right, I'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
It's like being married.
Dude, cleaning out stalls is actually very therapeutic and relaxing.
It's the shit going to your brain, Matt.
No, it's really not. But man, what a night of racing we had.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What an awesome finish. Congratulations to Mr. Mac Dillon over here.
Yeah, he did a great job.
What a move.
Well, yeah, it was just a great race overall. We got one more here coming up for the championship race before 22. But I'm really super excited for 22 already.
Yeah, you're not alone, pal. They always put on an awesome show. These Pony Express guys, they're phenomenal all every series they run.
And well, again, AJ, thank you for coming out on a Friday night.
Yeah, anytime, dude. Go check out the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast, everybody.
Everybody go check it out. Susie is the best co-host ever. She's way cooler than AJ.
Watch your mouth, boy.
And have a great night, everyone. Thank you for all the likes, all the comments tonight. We're going to be back here next Friday evening for the championship race. And it's on to the exciting season of 2022. We will see you guys then. From Matt, AJ, Coco the Pitbull, and everybody in the booth, we will see you next Friday.
Are you guys still alive?
I'm good now.